Greetings, Fortunates. This is Daniel Kramer for Trailers from Hell, and today I'm here with my cat, Zazel. And Zazel is named after the movie Quaxer Fortune Has a Cousin in the Bronx, which stars Gene Wilder as a nonconformist Dubliner who follows the delivery horses around Dublin and picks up their dung to sell as fertilizer. I actually pick up Zazel's doo-doo, but I haven't really figured out a way to sell hers. Yet, anyway. Around the time Quaxer finds out that the horses are being replaced by motorized carts, he meets and falls hard for a fickle, well-to-do American co-ed who's spending a semester at Trinity College. And that part is played by Margot Kidder, and her character name is Zazel. It's the first film that Wilder made after his star-making comic turn in Mel Brooks's The Producers, and it was only Margot Kidder's second feature-length film, and it was her first real starring role. As I mentioned, she plays a character named Zazel Pierce. I think Margot, or Maggie as she was known by many, would have been proud of my naming my cat after one of her characters, as she was quite an animal lover. So please check the bottom of your shoes before we dive into one of the year 1970's many hidden gems, and it's Quaxer Fortune Has a Cousin in the Bronx. And maybe curl up with a furry friend as well. Right, Zazel?
This is Dublin. This is my cousin Quaxer.
Quaxer Fortune Has a Cousin in the Bronx at one point piqued the interest of none other than Jean Renoir. Sidney Glazer, who had just come from producing The Producers, sounds funny, doesn't it, came fairly close to signing Renoir to direct this film, and if he had agreed to do it, it would have been the French master's swan song. Renoir even remarked, "Not since Chaplin have I come across such a character as this Quaxer." But he asked for a full year to fulfill his other obligations to effectively clear his plate, but Wilder and Glazer ultimately couldn't accept the wait time.
Excuse me. Hey, do you really sell that?
Yeah?
Though it wasn't to be, Waris Hussein wound up in the director's chair, and he did a fine job himself. I consider Quaxer Fortune and Hussein's follow-up film Melody to be a terrific 1-2 punch. When Wilder died a few years ago, everyone was rightly paying tribute to the beloved comic actor with clips from his classics: The Producers, Blazing Saddles, Willy Wonka, Stir Crazy, etc., etc. Personally, I felt I needed to evangelize Quaxer Fortune, which I feel is his most unjustly forgotten and overlooked performance. And there's just a lot of soul in it. It's a paean to the outsider, to the misfit, to the nonconformist, and I think it's a simply delightful film. Contemporary critics also responded in kind. The poster for the film is covered in praiseful quotations and blurbs, and this trailer ends with a bumper of blurbs. The trailer is framed by the narration of Quaxer's American cousin in the Bronx, and though it's an interesting conceit, it's a bit pat in its execution and delivery. I do feel, however, that they should have used the "he picks up where others leave off" in more of their ad copy. On camera here is Gil Taylor, who'd go on to shoot Star Wars, The Omen, Polanski's Macbeth, Hitchcock's Frenzy. At this point he'd come from shooting A Hard Day's Night, Dr. Strangelove, Repulsion, Cul-de-sac, many others, so a pretty impressive resume. Its screenwriter Gabriel Walsh doesn't have many screen credits, but led a fairly fascinating life, publishing his best-selling memoirs in 2012. The film has thankfully been out there for a while on DVD. I first saw it on VHS way back when, so it's thankfully not hard to find. It needs an upgrade though. New scan, please. Here's a movie star today.